Yo, what's going on? What is going on? This is Edward Williams, founder and creator of Health by Any Means Necessary. And I want to get on here real quick just to respond to a message that I receive very often. And I want to answer it in a very open way, a very broad way. And I also want to make it very simple. Before I get into that, I want you all to remember that we have a challenge coming up. It's called the Fast Life 28-Day Challenge. The Fast Life 28-Day Challenge is where myself plus two other coaches, Kathleen Richardson of Beauty and the Barbell, along with a Facebook community, we all get together for 28 days and we walk you through the process of utilizing fasting to improve your health. Anything dealing with insulin resistance, fasting will in fact prevent it and or reverse it. This could be anything from high blood pressure. Yes, high blood pressure for most people is because of insulin resistance. PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, prediabetes, diabetes, even high cholesterol, fatty liver, fatty pancreas, all these things. And so make sure you check out the challenge. If you're interested, go to tfl28.com, tfl28.com. Okay, so what I want to go ahead and talk about, and it won't take long, is the number one way. Here's the number one way for you to actually lower your blood sugar. And we have to understand that your blood sugar being high is not something that happened by mistake. It's not an accident. There's actually a reason for your blood sugar being high. The reason why your blood sugar is chronically high in something like prediabetes or diabetes is due to the fact that you are insulin resistant. Now, insulin resistant comes down to a very simple equation, and that equation is horrible foods plus frequently eating plus time equals insulin resistant. Now, insulin resistance means that the cells, you have trillions of cells, and all those cells have insulin receptors. Being insulin resistant means that the cells have made the intelligent decision to downregulate those receptors on those cells. Why would it do this? Well, when we look at that equation, horrible foods plus frequent eating plus time, the reason why your cells have made the intelligent decision to downregulate the actual receptors is because of those variables. So horrible foods, let's look at it. Specifically, refined carbohydrates, right? Processed foods. It's the standard American diet in general. These foods, when taken in the body, will cause essentially metabolic havoc. This means that your body will have to break down that food in a very fast manner because it's processed, because it's refined. That fast manner is going to cause your glucose to shoot through the roof. I'm being a little dramatic, but I just want to get across the point. Because your glucose is now high, your body understands that having high levels of glucose is not a healthy thing. And so your body's going to compensate, that is to say, to actually lower your glucose by secreting insulin. But because the food was so refined, so processed, that glucose secretion will be so high that your pancreas will have to also secrete a high amount of insulin. Now, when the next part of the variable, the next part of the equation is frequency. When you are doing this 4 times a day, 3 times a day, 6 times a day, if you're taking the recommendation of popular diet recommendations as far as eating 2 to 3 meals a day or eating 6 meals a day, when you're doing those things with that type of food, this will cause those receptors to become resistant because once again, it comes down to a very simple equation. It comes down to very simple laws. When you look at economics, supply and demand, we understand if we have a very low demand and you're bringing in a high supply, you now put the economy, or you put your body in a situation where it has a surplus, and that surplus has to go somewhere. And so if you have a surplus, there's no need to actually use the storage. And so when we're looking at something like diabetes or prediabetes or insulin resistant, you have cells making the intelligent decision to downregulate the insulin receptors simply because these cells at full capacity with the glucose, and they don't have any more space for it. And so that is the part of the equation dealing with the actual frequency. So when you constantly do this, eating frequently over and over and over, every single day, every single week, every single month and year, over time, this is going to equal insulin resistance, And this is why you're going to see your blood sugar being elevated chronically. Now, the number one way to bring down that blood sugar, and it's very simple, but you have to actually have a strategy for it. When you look at those factors, once again, horrible foods, that is to say standard American diet, processed foods, refined foods, plus the frequency, high frequency of eating over time. If you improve the quality of your foods, that is to say by switching over to whole foods, foods that you are actually making yourself, a diet full of vegetables, a diet full of especially leafy greens. If you improve the quality of your food, you still have to deal with that second part of the actual equation, which is the frequency. You have to give your body time to heal and repair. You have to give your body a break. And when you are frequently eating over and over and over throughout the day, your body does not have time to actually heal and repair. And so the next part of that equation, as far as improvement goes, is fasting. Fasting is going to be the number one way to lower your blood sugar. Now, of course, there's a strategy to it. You have to be knowledgeable about it. If you're diabetic or pre-diabetic or insulin resistant or any medical condition, any medical condition, are you taking medications? And that's why we have an actual challenge to help you out with that. But it really comes down to the simple fact that if you're not bringing in the glucose, your body is forced to utilize the glucose that it already has. If you're not bringing it in, your body has to use what it already has. If we decrease the frequency of eating those foods, this will now give the body time to heal and repair. And so the number one way to lower your blood sugar is by implementing a strategic regimen of intermittent fasting. And once again, this is what we teach inside of our course called the Fast Life 28-Day Challenge. The Fast Life 28-Day Challenge, once again, is 3 coaches. It's a Facebook community. We have courses and modules on how to fast. We have modules on pretty much working with your practitioner. We have workout videos, high impact workout videos, low impact workout videos. I don't mean high impact, I mean high intensity workout videos. Also low impact workout videos. We have meal plans. Kathleen Richardson, sorry about that. So Kathleen Richardson, she talks about food. She also talks about emotional eating and the emotional and mental connection to our eating habits. I talk about the medical conditions such as blood pressure, diabetes. We're definitely going to have conversations around diabetes. We're also going to have conversations about PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and other medical conditions conditions that are tightly correlated with insulin resistance. We also show you how to work with your practitioner. We also show you how to track a lot of these things as far as your waist circumference, your weight, your finger sticks, all those things that are very important. But we also support you on a daily basis because we have daily check-ins. So every single day we're going to check in with you to make sure you have completed your 5 habits. And then every Sunday we have a family meeting, and during that family meeting we're going to get together and try to help you move forward and continue to be progressive in improving your health. So this is the Fast Life 20-Day Challenge. I highly, highly recommend if you're having any issues with your health, if you're diabetic, pre-diabetic, or if you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, PCOS, gynecomastia, erectile dysfunction, I highly recommend that you check out this challenge. You check out the challenge, do the challenge, be consistent with it. You're going to get results. You're not going to do 28 days of the regimen we have set in place and not get results. That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. I guarantee you it's not going to happen, or you get your money back. It's not going to happen. It's impossible. So make sure you check it out. If you're interested, or if you have any family friends that could benefit from it, make sure you let them know. All right. So just wanted to get on here real quick, let you all know about the number one way to lower your blood sugar. Don't complicate it, and also don't let these folks continue to put you in the trick bag of calling it a chronic and progressive disease. It is not a chronic and progressive disease. Type 2 diabetes is not a chronic and progressive disease. All right. So make sure you go back and watch my other videos. Make sure you go to the website, check out the pages, check out the blogs. I have information, videos, and books all over the place. Just check it out. All right. So I appreciate y'all, and I'll holler at you later. All right. Peace.